Mr. Sudhir is currently working with Trade India as manager, large deals of West Zone. In this role, he is in charge of all the large value projects for various verticals like metro, data centers, IT park, along with account management. Mr. Suryavanshi has been a part of Train Technologies India Private Limited for around a decade. He has worked in various capacities, including role as area sales manager, taking care of rest of Maharashtra and Goa for applied controls and service verticals. Earlier, Mr. Suryavanshi worked with Carrier Corporation, looking after equipment sales for the rest of Maharashtra and Goa. He has also worked with Daikin Air Conditioning for chiller sales. Coming from an engineering background, Mr. Suryavanshi did executive MBA in marketing and finance and human resource development. Today, Mr. Sudhir will give us a brief overview of innovative cooling solutions to achieve optimal data center performance. So without further ado, please join me in welcoming Mr. Sudhir Suryavanshi.
Before I start with my presentation, I would just like to reiterate, an incident that happened a couple of days back. I was just planning to go out to get some vegetables, and my daughter happened. Generally, she tags along with me, and I was just, as typically, I was just collecting few bags, and my daughter just told me that plastic is bad for the environment. She's just 6 years old, and the amount of input or knowledge they gain from the schools today about sustainability and importance of environment is way beyond than we imagine. And that's where it just clicked me that how serious this particular problem is. And that is one of the reasons why today we have a lot of global leaders talking about sustainability, climate impact, going for sustainable solutions, at various platforms, let it be, say, a G20 or United Nations, etc. And it's not only global leaders. Today, information flow is so strong that even consumers are very well aware about sustainability challenge that today the world is facing. There have been a lot of surveys, and one of the surveys clearly indicates that 62% of the consumer purchase are ready to change their buying patterns or buying habits, which can reduce environmental impact. And that's a very encouraging number, because today that is the need of the hour, considering the climate impact that we are looking at. A new solution, sustainable solution, is need of the hour. And we at Train Technologies, being a global player, it becomes more of a responsibility for us to come up with solutions and come up with equipments which basically not only gives good performance, but also lives to the expectations of sustainability. So coming solutions, one of the pioneers that we have brought up in terms of sustainable solutions is providing higher chill water temperature equipments. Today, as Ibo and rest of the panels mentioned, that today racks are designed for higher air temperatures, 24, 25. There are also new racks that are designed to sustain up to 30-degree temperature. So it is important that we slowly move away from the current chill water temperature design of 18 to 20 and shift towards temperatures of 25, 26. There was a time in, maybe I guess this was way back, when the first data centers came in India, wherein the chill waters were designed for 7, 8 and 9 degrees Celsius. And today we are talking about 18. So there has been a lot of changes, innovation that has happened to bring the chill water temperature from 7 to 18 today. And there is still a lot of scope with the innovation that is happening in the servers and racks. There is still a lot of scope wherein we can bring this up from 1820 to 2526. One of the major benefits of going to higher chill water temperatures is not only in terms of sustainability, but it also helps in increasing your machine capacity for one particular size. And we are talking about the performance savings of 2 to 3% over a traditional chill water temperature currently that we're using of 18 to 20. And since we are able to give higher capacity equipment due to high chill water temperature, we are able to reduce the number of chillers required for a particular data center. And typically in any data center today, the space is a big challenge, and there is a need for reduction in number of chillers. And one of the major challenge is the hot air recirculation that they are facing. And The reason why they are facing this challenge is because since there are too many chillers, too many banks of chillers on the terrace or on the platforms, the amount of space required between two chillers is not able to increase, so that the hot air recirculation is reduced. Another way of going for sustainable solution wherein Train has taken an initiative, and I'm very happy to say that we were one of the players who bought HFO refrigerants to India with our first installation at a hotel in Goa, wherein we sold a R514A centrifugal. And the thing is that it becomes very important that we switch over and hold hand with the new innovation that's happening in the market. This slide basically talks about what historically we were doing. Historically, if you see, when R11, R12 refrigerants 25 years back, when they were used, they were all high on ODP, high on GWP, but yes, that time innovation was not there. Since the climate impact started happening, there were talks, discussions. That's when the sensitivity of the entire issue came into light, and then the transition phase started, and we moved from HCFCs to say HFCs today, wherein we are talking about R134A and other refrigerants. But then, as I mentioned, that innovation is a continuous process. There is no stopping to it, and it is very important that today, though we are having zero ODP refrigerants, but we still are catering to the market with high GWP refrigerants, which need to be switched to low GWP refrigerants. That's where the next generation HFOs come into the picture, that today we have HFO blends equipments which can support a lot of customers for going for not only with sustainable solutions, but also by using HFOs, you are able to increase your chill water temperature requirement to 26, 27 degrees Celsius, which helps. It's a cyclic process. It helps you in saving a lot of energy also. And moving to HFO, this slide will just give you an understanding that how important this solution is. The blue ideally indicates HFCs and HCFCs, and the green indicates the HFO. So this slide in short would give you an understanding that, HFO are far better in terms of the refrigerant that we are offering today. One key aspect which I would like to speak a little bit more is the atmospheric life. Now, what is exactly an atmospheric life? I'll just brief you in short that, say for example, if a molecule of a refrigerant leaks, so how long will that molecule keep impacting the environment, having a negative impact on the environment? So say R134A has an atmospheric life of say 13.4 years. So typically, if say R134A molecule leaks, it will keep having a negative impact on the environment for 13.4 years before it totally disintegrates. Compared to that, today the newly innovated refrigerants that we have in the market, the HFOs, are far better when it comes to, from years, we have reduced it down to days, that is 22 days, 26 days, 16 days. Also, if you look at the GWP number for these particular refrigerants, we are talking about single digits. They were today, the 134A, we are talking about a 1300 as a GWP impact. From there, we are shifting directly to 1 or 2 as a GWP impact. This makes it very important when it comes to sustainability and having better solutions for data center. Secondly, when we talk about sustainability, it is also important that as a manufacturer or as one of the market leaders, how I source my equipments or give an equipment to customer which is manufactured with low carbon emission material. So that is the reason why today Train as an organization is one of the leaders who have a 1 gigaton challenge as an initiative wherein we are committed to reduce our customers' carbon footprint by 1 gigaton of CO2 by 2030. So this can happen by giving innovative products, higher efficiency products which are manufactured with low carbon emission components. It's very important that we also emphasize on purchasing equipments which are having low carbon emission components. That is where Train as a leader, is leading the way by taking up this challenge of 1 gigaton, and we are very well in place, in position to meet these numbers. There are other small activities, which can help in having better solutions is by sourcing reliable products and low maintenance cost products. Why do I insist on reliable is because the more number of spares that you require, the more spares needs to be manufactured, and more spares that needs to be manufactured, that means more carbon emissions have to be emitted. So it's basically kind of a cyclic process. And another way of looking at reliable is that the more the reliable the product, the less leakage chances from any equipment. Today, when we talk about refrigerants having GWP of 1400, 1300, and with atmospheric life of say 13 years, and these are high pressure vessels. So even with minute leaks, there is the entire refrigerant leaks out in no time. And because of this, there is a huge impact on the environment. So it becomes very important for a customer or a DC operator to go for a reliable and a low maintenance cost products. Other solution that I would rather just touch base is that, try to use and experiment on innovative alternatives like evaporative cooling, quick flow solutions, immersion technology. So it is important that we give a chance to these technologies to come forward and portray their performances, because it should not happen that, we have something available, a good solution, but it has never been tried and tested. So it is very important that we give opportunities to such solutions, so that if in case they're able to deliver better performance and are better sustainable solutions, they need to be a part of the solution chain. Thank you. So this is just in short what I would like to highlight about my presentation. Thank you.
We request our delegates and viewers to stay connected with us on our social media handles. Thermal Control Magazine is available on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. You can also download our app from Google Play and App Store. With this, we want to announce the closing of today's session. Request you to stay tuned for more such sessions. Thank you and goodbye.